Hey, what's up, guys? Watched this movie last night that I was actually pretty hyped for after watching the first Blade Runner again. That's Blade Runner 2049. And right off the bat, the length of it kind of worried me a little bit, being close to 3 hours. I was wondering if the Blade Runner world would keep me entertained for 3 hours. And right off the bat, I gotta say, yeah, it did. Right at the opening scene, I was pretty much mesmerized by this movie. And when you see the Sony and Alcon Entertainment or whoever produced this, when you see their logos popping up, and you see the colors, the pink and the blue, and then just the music of the Blade Runner, it was really intense. It was really badass. And then just the opening scene of Ryan Gosling coming down uh, to retire this Nexus 8, I think he is. It was just really badass. And you know, I want to give a little as way as possible because there are a lot of surprises, a lot of kind of little twists in this movie that I feel like you just got. It's better if you're surprised by seeing it. There's a lot of people that come back from the first one that's really badass seeing their little cameos. There's a lot of sound effects that are from the original that are really cool to hear. Just like when you see the car, I don't remember what they're called, but the cars when they fly by, just really intense sounding. But the general synopsis is Ryan Gosling is a Blade Runner in the year 2049, and he finds a box with bones in it, and you find out there's a woman replicant that had a baby. So it's like this big miracle, and basically the government is afraid that that news will get out that there was a replicant baby, and it'll cause all war and mayhem and all that. So Ryan Gosling's tasked with finding the baby and eliminating it. And Jared Leto plays Wallace. He's the head of the Tyrell Corp now, making these replicants, and he's not in it actually that much as the trailer would have you believe. But I actually really dug his performance. But that's really all I want to give away plot-wise. Straight off the bat, if you like Blade Runner, you're gonna love this. Watching this is pretty much like The Godfather 2 of sci-fi sequels. Like I said, it's 3 hours long, and I kind of want to pop it in now and watch it again. It was just that good. Most beautiful movie I've ever seen as far as visuals go. And I did look it up to make sure the cinematographer did win an Oscar for the cinematography, and thank God he did win his first Oscar for cinematography on this movie. Just the colors, everything. This is the best looking Blu-ray I have in my collection. Um, this is a must-have for any Blu-ray collection, 100%. It's just a beautiful movie. I mean, it keeps your attention throughout the whole 3 hours. I mean, it could have been shaved a little bit time-wise, but it's such a minor gripe just how intense this and beautiful this movie is. I mean, this is perfect sequel, hands down. I'd be really hard pressed to find a fan of the first Blade Runner that didn't like this Blade Runner. I just don't see that happening. All actors were good all around. Although I gotta say, I wasn't a big fan of the performance of Robin Wright, but that's whatever. She has such a minor role in it that doesn't matter. And Harrison Ford does return. That's known in the trailers. He's only in it for like the last 25 minutes probably, or half hour I'd say. But yeah, and then it was cool. There's an actress from *Halt and Catch Fire*, which is a show I really liked, that played a hooker in this, and amazing sound design. Just I can't praise this movie enough. I love the first Blade Runner, but I like this one a lot better actually, and I didn't think I'd be saying that. And it is a shame this didn't do hugely well at the box office, but I think it looked it up and it did make its money back, and that was before DVD and Blu-ray sales, so it made a decent amount of money, but it didn't make as much as it should have, and I regret not seeing this in the theater. I wish I would have, but yeah, I'd give this my highest recommendation. 10 out of 10 movie, 10 out of 10 picture. It doesn't have a commentary, which kind of sucks, but it does have a bunch of little features on like making the world of Blade Runner and the cast. But what really special features I like a lot on this is there's 3 prologues. One by this anime guy, something Watanabe. He did a little anime short, I think it's like 15 minutes long, detailing the year 2022 in this Blade Runner world. And then they got another person to do a little short segment called Nexus Dawn 2036. And then Nowhere to Run 2048, which fills in the gaps with like Wallace and the Tyrell Corps and all that. Just filling in little tiny gaps in the story between 2019 and 2049. But yeah, definitely check this movie out if you haven't seen it. I can't praise this enough. But anyways, guys, come at you again tomorrow with another review. Peace.